Well, here I sit with my brand new broken ankle, slipped on some gravel and ended up in this position at work. So I ordered one of these little scooters, and I'm gonna see if I can try and assemble this with sitting here with my broken ankle, giving me something to do, and maybe showing you that even someone injured could put this together. You might need some help getting it out of the box because it's about 25 pounds and kind of bulky. Luckily, my wife could lift it up and set it in front of me here on the floor. Someone mentioned that there's a lot of zip ties on here to cut, and I have this little wire cutter that works perfectly for that job. You need that or a good sturdy scissors to start with. I might say that they have really packaged this well. And if you think from the point of view of the manufacturer, every time someone gets one of these units and there's a little scratch, it's going to be sent back with a complaint and a loss of money. So they did some real packaging on this. One thing I like already is the handlebars are already connected to the brakes, and it looks like this is almost all assembled already. I'm going to take my little wire cutter and I'm going to snip the plastic, just breaking it to rip it off the wheels. When the shipment arrives, you will see that the front wheels are running with the frame of the bicycle, and down here you're going to find a little pin, and what you need to do is depress this pin and go underneath these guides. There's one on this side and one on the other side, and the pin has to fit in that area. They provided a nice little key pull here, so you can pull it down easily. And this looks like it's something that's going to be used a lot during storage. The wheels seem to be made out of a real dense rubber material. Advantages of this is that it is never going to go flat because it's not air filled. The disadvantage is it's not going to roll over a rock very easily. So you're giving up comfort for durability in this case. Ball bearings are probably inside here. Notice the axle does not spin. The wheel is free spinning on the axle. So when you get the bicycle, it'll be collapsed in this formation. So if you take a look, this pin moves. So you can put your index finger here, thumb here, depress it, lift this, and then lock it in place. Now you take this quick release, lift it, and when you get it in this position, the shape of the quick release gives you tremendous force right here to clamp this down. If it's too loose, you can make an adjustment on the other side of the quick release right here, but I would avoid spinning this and adjusting too much because it's coming to you pre-adjusted from the factory. Now we have the steering column knob here, and this fits through this hole right here and threads in. So in order to put the handlebars on safely, you take a look at the handlebars, you want the brakes forward, you take it and lift it and drop it into this slot, and as you go down, I'm not going to do my height right now, you find a hole here, go straight through and tighten on the other side until it stops tightening. Okay, I'll do that off camera. From the photos, it appears as though they want you to put this Velcro strap about 6 inches up. That will bring the cables in here and let them expand out to the handlebars. Now for putting the seat in place, you're given this seat locking pin, and notice you have to push it a little bit to get it off, and that will go in this direction through here, through the seat post holes, and then lock on the other side. The ring is forward. This quick release has to be open when you do this procedure, and then you simply take the post of the seat, drop it in, making sure to align the holes with the hole down here, and then we'll drop it in. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to adjust it for my height, but there, that seems like a pretty good spot. I'll reach around, snap that on the other side, and then I'll take this quick release and tighten. It seems like it didn't tighten very much, so I'm gonna tighten a little bit here and keep doing that until I get it to be really hard to move. I like to really lock them in. Yeah, that's good. So that's in place. So the last thing you need to know is right here on the brake, you can brake with both hands like that. And if you want to lock the brake, you go like this and push down with the finger, and that engages the lock. And that's so you can push against this and it won't be moving on you. I have to do both of them. And remember, it needs to have weight on it so it will really secure itself. To break this loose, you go like that, depress, and it pops up. Before you try this out, double check that all of your quick releases are tight, everything is tightened into position, and check those periodically as you use it. I'm 5 feet 9 inches tall, and I found a comfortable knee height for me was one where there's one hole popping out on the bottom. So I depressed it quite a bit, and I think that's going to be comfortable. I'm going to give it a test ride and find out.